Welcome back to Let's Play Pikmin. I'm Brickroad. This might go really poorly. This last boss was one of those fights that, like, infuriated me the first time I played this game. I, like, got all mad, like, controller-throwingly aggravating kind of boss. I probably fought him for, like, 20-30 minutes before I figured out, like, just the first step of the fight, like, what the game expected me to do. And then another 20 or 30 minutes from there to actually win the fight. I have no idea how many attempts it took. It feels like it took 1,000,000 attempts. And then for this series, I took like another 20-30 minutes probably, figuring out if I could get the fight done in one day. Because I like the way this is designed, like, they intend you to spend one day clearing the path to the boss, and then another day, full day, to like fight the boss. But I managed to do it in one day during my test play, but I had way more blue Pikmin because I didn't like get them all bowled over in the Forest of Hope. Are you guys even working? Yeah, you're working. You're fine. So you're supposed to have like twice as many blue Pikmin working on those bridges, but we'll see if I can still make it work. Like, mathematically, the perfect number to have is 77, because that gives you 77 blue Pikmin working on that bridge. 3 yellow Pikmin, because you need 3 bombs to bring down a wall. And you got to be very careful throwing these Pikmin, or else they drown. You don't need any drowned yellow Pikmin. That leaves 20 spots for red Pikmin to clear their part of the level, which is pretty much ideal. Everybody get a bomb and come meet me back out here. Sweet. Sometimes it takes these guys forever to figure out their bombs laying in. Like, they'll just stand looking around like, huh? Bombs? What? Okay, so you guys are fine. Let's get the red guys going. $20 red guys should do the trick. 20 red guys is probably overkill, but we'll see how it goes. We need to send them up into the path of flame, where only the righteous survive. And by righteous, I mean red-skinned Pikmin. Come on, guys. All of you guys. Everybody get... Sometimes they drown there because they just fall off the side, but whatever. You're not working, and I hate you. Okay, the bridge is done, so that's fine. That's perfect. Oh, the box has moved. The bridge isn't done. That's fine, then. We can get them working on the bridge. We'll get more Pikmin out in a minute. I need to make sure these guys don't drown. That sounds like my bridge. Perfect. Bring down this wall, son. All you guys follow me. I'm putting you guys away. No point taking blue Pikmin to the fight. So the first step of fighting this boss is you have to bomb him. And I counted, there are 15 bombs in the pipe behind the boss. There's more if you leave the planet today and come back the next day, because you also have access to the bombs from the first pipe, the ones that I used to blow up the walls. So but that's overkill. There's way more bombs than you actually need. One of the hardest parts is actually getting these assholes across this bridge without diving over the sides. Is everybody coming? Alright, let's go. If all 80 of you drown, that will be tragic. If you, like, flick the C-stick back and forth, you can kind of get them to, you can kind of get them to bunch up like that. That's the best thing I could figure to do. And you guys... Now, because there's no bombs on this side of the arena, we have to kind of sneak around the boss. The boss's name is Emperor Bulblax, or Blubax, I forget. So, we're going to use a little bit of micromanagement. I have never had much luck trying to actually pitch a bomb in his mouth. So, what I ended up doing was giving all these guys bombs. Everybody has a bomb? Okay. Taking one at a time. No, just one. And leaving him as bait for Blubbax. So you know what? You guys need to come back here a little bit. That's better. Okay. Because Blubbax can actually get them inside that little doorway, but with any luck, we'll have enough time to finish this fight today. It's going to depend a lot on whether or not he cooperates. He's going to eat my bait Pikmin. He's going to explode. And then I'm going to throw Pikmin on his nose. The nose of shame. And then when he stands up, everybody runs back. Back, everybody. Get one more bomb guy. And just repeat this process like 12 times. And he's drooling, that means he wants to eat. He can drool and he can jump. If he jumps, you just kind of have to dodge him. There's nothing you can do about it. Get back, guys! Yeah! I want everybody kind of back here a little bit. One more bomb guy. Not 2 bomb guys. Or definitely not 3 bomb guys. And I don't know what's up with like the nursery rhyme music in this level. It's kind of really creepy. Yeah, baby. Get that nose. Get that schnoz of doom. Everybody back. Alright, let's get another bomb guy. It's easier to pick the bomb guys out with the cameras not zoomed back like this, but I find the fight itself is easier if I keep it all zoomed like this. This is actually going pretty swimmingly. Hammer that Y button! Y button. A button, not Y button. Come on, come on, come on! Are you the last bomb guy? Yes, you are. In that little group, anyway. Oh, he was drooling. I thought he was hungry. Maybe he's not. Come on, bait Pikmin. Be more enticing. Look more delicious for Emperor Blubbax. Yeah, baby, here we go. Blow up. Boom. Got your schnoz. Got your schnoz. More like I got your cheek. Actually, they're like jumping on his eye right there. That big jump, that's awful because he can stomp and kill like 100 guys at once. I've seen it happen, like clear out 80 Pikmin with one jump. And it's so distressing. Is he going to turn around? Are you hungry? Come on, cooperate. Yeah, you're hungry. It must feed. Yeah, boy. Blow up. So, it took a long time, but I found a consistent way to beat this boss. I've never found a consistent way to beat, like, the bird boss. That gave me trouble a couple of videos ago, but... No, I don't need 2 of you. I just need the 1. But then again, that's not, like, the last boss of the game, so... I guess there must have been a Pikmin out there, because he just butt-stomped one of them. Maybe if Birdman had been the last boss... No, what are you doing? You just walked over him. You just walked over him. Come on. I know you gotta be hungry. Look at this tasty morsel that I brought you. This spicy meatball. This offensive Italian stereotype has been brought to you by the Brickroad channel. Come on, back off, guys! Oh, this is going swimmingly. You could not ask for a better Blubbax fight. So this kind of shows you just a little bit of how this game in Pikmin, a little bit of practice really does go a long way. And that's how they intended for it to go. Like, there's like challenge modes and stuff. If you really want to play challenge modes, so... I'm confident with a little bit of time and energy I could figure out how to do that bird fight a lot better. Are we coming up on the end here? Oh, we got him. Boom! Your poor nose. Listen, you should not have eaten my spaceship! If you had not eaten my spaceship, we would not be here right now, blowing you up. Okay, turn back around. We should have plenty of time. We should come in just under the wire, I think. Jump! Get out of the way! Are you hungry? Nope, he's gonna jump again. Oh god, no, 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 no! Get him out of there! I was like, no, they can't be close enough. Okay. Back off a little bit. Back off. Give my carrot men some room to breathe, son. Yeah, we're gonna cut this real close, but I think we'll get it. Get him! Get him! One more. Yeah, see, we had plenty of bombs. Plenty of bombs. You know, I'll take both of these guys out here. You both may be the sacrifice for Blubx. Let's finish him off, guys. To war! We got him! Haha! At long last! The most important part of Olimar's Sif, he flies around in a space Sif. The secret safe. Olimar's one of the 1%. No wonder he's so good at driving slaves. Alright. Everybody on. Everybody on. Yeah! I didn't want my one last surviving yellow guy to, bring a bomb on my spaceship. And we should have just enough time to carry my safe home, full of my incredible SpaceBux. March, Pikmin, to victory! And a steak dinner at Shoney's. God, you guys remember Shoney's? We used to eat there like every week, because they had like a buffet, like an all-you-can-eat buffet. It was like one of the few restaurants in town my parents could actually afford where they could bring us. I don't remember what I used to eat there. I remember I used to get the same stuff every single time we went. I used to get like the same plate of food. But I can't for the life of me remember what it was now. Like they had all kinds. I remember the ice cream machine they had. It's awesome. Ah, Pikmin. So yeah, the one day kill took a lot of practice, but this one level, like every one of these videos took some practice, because I had to have like my itinerary, what do I need to get done today, what can I conceivably do. But I can totally see how people would take it to the next level and like do crazy challenge runs with this game. Awesome. If you're gonna cut it close. My ship is now complete. I can go home to Hokotate! It's a beautiful thing. Olimar's happy jump fills my heart with glee. Well, men, it's been a long road. I thank you all for your support. Now I will be abandoning you and returning to my castle in the skies. Don't look at me like that. Getting eaten won't hurt that much. And besides, there's not enough room for me to bring 1,600 carrot men into my spaceship and still be able to put my feet up while sitting in my massage chair. Farewell! Try not to get incinerated in the takeoff blasts. And the Pikmin, without their master to direct them, turn to savagery to survive. The end. But what's this? It seems that all the savagery I've taught the Pikmin, they have taken into their little carrot hearts. And they've built their own spaceships with which to invade Hocotates. I think that's what Pikmin 2 is about, right? The carrot people going to Olimar's planet to get their revenge for the way he rapes and exploits their ecosystem. It's a very Kojima message when you think about it. Olimar's a weird-looking dude. If there's one thing you can take away from Pikmin, it is that Olimar is a weird-looking dude. See how I did. I did better in my test play. Well, no, I tied my test play for parts. I came in underneath in both surviving and lost. Yeah, because I left the red guys a little too close to the door, and Emperor Bloobaxe managed to sneak in there and eat a whole bunch of them. So there we go. I think the ones in yellow are the ones you need to finish the game, and the ones in blue are the ones you can leave behind. Which is weird, because some of those ones in blue were really easy to get. Like, none of those were difficult to get. We'll go ahead and save that. So yeah, guys, that was Pikmin. Again, this game was selected for me by JP Friction. The way the Talking Time fundraiser worked was basically they donated money to help keep the forums online, and one of the incentives was I'll do a let's play of pretty much whatever you want. And so JP Friction was the first person who picked a game that I didn't have access to. Like, I didn't own Pikmin on the shelf. Didn't have it. I know there's a Wii version floating out there, but I kind of didn't want to play that version because I know from Metroid Prime that the Wii controls have their place, but they're not as good as the GameCube controls in my opinion. So I didn't want to play Pikmin. Like, I didn't want to play a fancy, crazy control version of it and make an assessment on the game that wasn't fair because I was judging it on the Wiimote, and I'm not the biggest fan of the Wiimote in the world to begin with. So, because he offered to send me his version of the game. He has the Wii version. He was going to let me borrow it so I could LP it, that I could send it back to him. So the next thing we tried is my buddy Nodal and I got together, and he got me set up with the GameCube emulator called the Dolphin, which worked perfectly. It worked so well. It played the game well. I got a good ISO of it. Everything was fine, except when you boot up the emulator, you don't get the GameCube startup screen. And I'm like, nope, deal breaker. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do a GameCube Let's Play and not start with that startup screen because I'm not a monster, okay? I have humanity, okay? I have a soul. I'm a good person. I would not do that to people. So the next thing I did is I went to my local GameStops. GameStop is the only store in town that sells used games. They've run all the little mom-and-pop businesses out. I go into GameStop, and I talk to the lady. I'm like, I'm looking for a copy of Pikmin for GameCube. And her response was, we don't sell GameCube games anymore. Like, that's snotty tone. That's what she said. That's how she said it. And I'm like, okay, sorry to bother you. And I turned to leave, and she's like, well, we have the Wii version. I'm like, no thanks, I don't want the Wii version. She's like, well, really what you should do is buy Pikmin 3 for Wii U, because that game had just come out. Like, it was new at the time. And I told her, like, I don't have a Wii U. And she's like, well, you can get a Wii U. I'm like, I'm not going to spend like $300 to buy a console I don't want, to get a version of a game I don't want to play. Anyway. A few weeks later, my wife and I we drove to Orlando to meet some. Actually, it was Nodal. Nodal came down. We went out to Orlando. He was going on his fantastic Disney vacation. We drove out to Orlando to meet him there. And on the way back, Peanut was driving, and I was playing on my phone. And I found some more little used game stores in the cities between Orlando and Tampa. And I'm like, hey, let's just see if they've got Pikmin. And one of them did for like $13. So here we go. I now own a copy of Pikmin. And that's my fantastic story about how I acquired this game. When JP Friction first suggested this, I was not happy because I had never played Pikmin before, but I had played Pikmin 2. Many, many years ago when the game was brand new. A friend of mine bought it and played it, and I borrowed it and I played it for like an hour and I hated it. I don't remember why now, it's been so long ago. And I hated it, so I was kind of dreading this LP a little bit. But no, I put Pikmin in and I really got into it. I really enjoyed this game, and even the parts where I got frustrated at it, I kept at it and I learned a lot about it, and I feel better having learned about it and having gotten good enough to bring it to you guys in the format that I did. So, one of two things happened. Either Pikmin 2 really is not as good as the original, and I wouldn't like it even if I tried it again, or, and this is totally possible, I was just an enormous shithead when, like, what was this, 10, 12 years ago, and did not appreciate the game that I was playing. I have no idea what the... Bulblax, not Blubbax. God damn it, Sovin Jedi's gonna yell at me. Anyway. So it has been a long road for me to get to this point with this game. I did enjoy it. I'm gonna continue to enjoy it. I've watched some speedruns of it as I was waiting for the videos in this series to render, and they've blown my mind. The way people micromanage in this game is insane. Like, in terms of number of days, you can complete the game in 8 days, and that's crazy. That means you spend 2 days in the first 3 areas, and then there's like a perfect, like pixel perfect, you have exactly enough time to complete it, strategy for clearing everything out of the distance spring in 1 day. There's a video on YouTube where a guy gets all 10 of the items out of the distance spring in 1 day, and like my jaw just dropped and just stuck on the floor the whole time I was watching it. It was amazing. I have no idea how long it took him to put that together, and I have no idea how many retries it takes to execute, but so yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of fun continuing to watch this game, and I'll probably pull it back off the shelf every now and then. It's made its way into my heart, and there it shall stay. Some of these monsters I don't recognize from the game. Like this guy here, I don't remember fighting this guy at all. There is a challenge mode in this game, so I'm guessing some of these monsters are from the challenge mode exclusively. Alright, that's it. I'm out of things to say about Pikmin. It is hilarious to me that the game kind of classifies those flowers as monsters. That is so funny. The first time I fought this mushroom boss, and he did his little fart attack, and turned all my Pikmin into, like, evil zombie Pikmin, like, it broke my heart. I was so upset. Same thing with this guy. The first time I got hit by that blowing attack, I was like, oh my god, how am I going to recover from this? That's why I guess I don't bear so much malice towards those bird monsters, because I know if I really threw myself at them long enough, I would come up with something that works. I haven't actually investigated like game facts or walkthroughs or anything for this game. I probably will, because I do that when I finish a game. I like to run the game facts and see what people have said or written about it. So there might be like a really good strategy to killing those bird monsters that I just don't understand, but I don't know. Every other boss in the game I've kind of got the hang of. I still don't like the spider that much. Any monster where I have to try to arc Pikmin up and hit a monster in the air, I have a lot of trouble with. I wonder if that's something I can get better at with practice as well. Like these guys, I don't remember these guys either. I just remember like the little smaller versions of them, like the little snail guys. I don't know. Maybe I'll go through the challenge mode one day and see what there is to see. Maybe I'll just watch videos of the challenge mode. That's what I'll probably do. I'll watch videos of the challenge mode, so I don't have to subject myself to it. Man, those frogs did their, they took their share of lives, didn't they? That's all about timing. It's like you've got to call your Pikmin back as soon as you see that frog jump up into the air, and if you don't, that basically that happens. He lands on them. And that'll do it. Here's the end screen. Not just the end, the happy end. Guys, thank you for watching. I'm glad I was able to bring Pikmin to you. I hope you catch me in my next Let's Play.